This is Colin O'Keefe here for LXPN TV. 2015 was an eventful year for workplace class actions. Joining me to share his thoughts on those events is one of the top employment class action defense lawyers in the country. That is Jerry Maatman. He's at Seyfarth Shaw, an author on their workplace class action blog. Jerry, I know we just recently spoke about the EEOC litigation report, but I understand you have a new report out on workplace class actions, the 2016 Workplace Class Action Report. Can you tell us a little bit about the findings and some of the key trends that you guys unearthed in workplace class actions?
Great to be here, Colin. Thanks so much. There were a couple of key trends or drivers that we think are important for corporate counsel and business executives. The first would be we keep waiting for the crest of the wave of wage and hour class actions to be in sight. For the sixth year in a row, we had more wage and hour class actions filed than any year previously. I think in 2016, there's a perfect storm situation. We're probably going to see even more. So that's one of the key takeaways for corporate counsel. The second trend would be it's been a few years since the Supreme Court's decision in the Walmart case and the Comcast case, and plaintiffs have done a good job and figured out new certification theories and workarounds. And the statistical study we did showed that the success rate for plaintiffs was up to 75% in class certification situations, up from 64% the year before. So the takeaway there is that the plaintiffs' bar is very good at what they do, and they've begun to find new ways to certify and craft their cases. So in terms of what corporate America is facing in 2016, it will be a growth, I suspect, in class action litigation. The third most important takeaway would be settlements. Settlements increased over the last year exponentially. In the categories that we follow, they were up to $2.48 billion. So the takeaway for corporate counsel is plaintiffs' lawyers are filing more cases, they're certifying more of those cases, and they're turning those certification orders into bigger settlements worth more money.
I see. Yeah, you mentioned wage and hour, and I know that was a big thing in 2015. And yeah, we'll see where that wave goes, of course. So, of course, what everyone wants to know is what are the implications of these trends for employers? What should they be keeping an eye on now as we're headed into 2016?
Well, I think that two things are going to occur in 2016 that corporate counsel need to get their arms around and get ahead of. The first would be misclassification litigation, especially with respects to independent contractors. That spiked the largest settlement, a $228 million settlement in 2015, and usually success begets copycats. So look to see a rash of independent contractor wage and hour misclassification class actions being filed. The other situation that will kind of add some fuel to that fire is new regulations tightening the exemptions for overtime that the Department of Labor is probably due to publish sometime in the early part of the spring to the summer. They'll take effect 90 days thereafter. Inevitably, it's going to lead to more litigation. So the numbers of filings were up in 2015. I think, again, they're going to be up in 2016. So compliance and getting ahead of those wage and hour problems will be real dollar and cents saving strategies for corporations.
Absolutely. You mentioned that big one there that's looming out there, which is the changes to the white collar exemption. When those come down, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens as a result. Once again, that was Jerry Maatman of Seyfarth Shaw. Be sure to visit their publication, to get the full report. You can do so at workplaceclassaction.com. Thank you for joining me today, Jerry.
Thank you, sir.